Hi everyone, it's Chris with Palm Beach Feng Shui. Today we are here to talk about flying star number 5, and that sits in the southwest for 2019. The southwest represents things like marriage, partnerships where you just have one other partner. It represents motherhood, and it is earth energy. The flying star number 5 traditionally is called the disaster star. Now, it can bring disasters, but really what I've found is that star number 5, I call it the transformation star, because star number 5 will make you make changes. So for example, if you have had trouble in your marriage or in a relationship that you have with somebody else, maybe a partner at work or maybe somebody that you date, and you have been unwilling to address that, star number 5, when it flies into that area, as it is this year, it's going to tell you, you got to do something. So it's going to create a situation for you where you're forced to make a decision. Do I stay in this relationship and do we work on it together to try and make it better? Or is this over? Do we need to end the partnership? Do we need to end the marriage? Do we need to end the, the boyfriend-girlfriend, the girlfriend-girlfriend, the boyfriend-boyfriend situation? This star will force your hand. Basically, that's what this star is doing. Same with anything related to motherhood. If you don't have a great relationship with your mother, or your mother's had problems, or you've had problems with your children, this year is the year that's going to come into play. So it doesn't have to be necessarily a bad thing, like in terms of anger or frustration with somebody else, but it could be that maybe you've had health problems or your mother has had health problems, and now it's getting to the point where you have to deal with it. You can't ignore it anymore. You have to bring in help for her, or you have to move her into an assisted living facility, or you have to move into assisted living because your health situation or whatever situation is such that you can't take care of yourself anymore. So the number 5 star, I've found that this star is not one that you can avoid. There are a lot of activations in Feng Shui for good stars and good energy, and then there are what are called remedies, or like dampeners for the stars and energy that is not so great. The number 5 star is one of these stars that there's not a whole lot that you can do about it, because it's kind of like things have gone so far along that there's no turning back. There has to be a decision at this point. This star is forcing you to make a decision. You can hang wind chimes in the southwest to help lessen the effect. It's possible that those wind chimes will make the situation go more smoothly than it would have had you not hung the wind chimes there, but you can't avoid the situation entirely. So that's just the truth of that star. And I like to tell people the truth, because sometimes that's just what it is, and so you just have to face it head on and figure out how you're going to handle the situation in a way that's best for you. So where you can hang the wind chimes are in the house. You never want wind chimes hanging over somebody, so you don't want it like over your desk chair, you don't want it over your bed. You can hang them also on the outside of a gutter of your house, and because the number 5 star is a troublesome star, you want the wind chimes to stay quiet. So if you hang them in a space in the house where they're going to be blown by the wind, let's say you open the windows, you want to make sure that they're tied up so that they don't ring. Same with outside. If you hang them outside on your gutter or someplace where you can hang them easily from the roof, you want to make sure that they're tied up. You can use rubber bands, you can use hair ties, you can use ribbon, you can use string. It really doesn't matter what you tie them up with, but just make sure that they're quiet. So unfortunately, the southwest is not the best direction for this year, but remember, with flying stars, they change every year. So this is only temporary, and you don't usually feel the effects of this star all year long. It's usually maybe 1 or 2 times of the year that you'll feel it. It's just because of the monthly stars that fly around, but that's a story for another day. So don't worry, it's not disaster all year. It's usually one thing You may have to deal with it a couple times to get to a completion, but then it's over, and the next year the stars move and there will be a better star here the following year. So I hope that's helpful, and next time we'll talk about star number 6. Thanks so much. If one thing I want to tell you, if you want to subscribe, go ahead and do so. I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. I'm doing more and more of these videos to provide help for you. Also, if there's something that you want to know about regarding Feng Shui, write it down below, and I'll be happy to take a look at making a video about that. I also have a website that you can find down below. If you sign up, I will send you your 4 personal best directions. So that's something that a lot of Feng Shui practitioners don't talk about, but everybody has 4 personal best directions. So that may lead to an aha moment for you as to why things are working so well, or maybe could use a little bit of help for you if you had that information. Thanks again. See you next time.